who is ready to sleep, cozy in bed. Lulu, the lamb's first dream. It was a warm summer night on the farm. The sun had just slipped behind the golden hills, and the sky wore a soft robe of purples and peach. A gentle breeze drifted across the meadows, carrying the scents of dry hay, sweet clover, and ripening fruit from the orchard. Crickets had begun their nighttime song, and the fireflies were waking, blinking like tiny stars just above the tall grass. Lulu the Lamb stood near the wooden fence, her soft white wool glowing in the fading light. She watched the sky change colors, the stars quietly blinking into place, one by one. Nearby, her mama was lying on a patch of dry summer grass, chewing slowly and watching the sky with sleepy eyes. "Mama," Lulu whispered, "what does a dream feel like?" Her mother turned, her voice low and gentle. "Dreams, they're like soft stories the night tells you while you sleep. They drift in like the breeze and carry you somewhere quiet and safe." Lulu blinked up at the stars. "I've never had one." "You will," her mama said, nuzzling her with a warm nose. "Maybe even tonight." But Lulu couldn't wait. Her heart was too curious. As the animals settled down and the farm grew quieter, Lulu tiptoed across the pasture. If dreams were stories the night told, she wanted to find out what kind of stories other animals had heard. With crickets chirping and fireflies dancing ahead of her, Lulu stepped softly into the moonlit farmyard, ready to find the feeling of a dream. Lulu followed the soft, dusty path around the side of the barn. The summer air was warm against her wool, and the scent of clover hung sweet in the breeze. Just beyond the old water trough, nestled in a patch of moonlit clover, lay a brown and white calf. His big ears twitched gently as he dozed, his legs folded neatly beneath him. A few sleepy fireflies drifted above his back like floating stars. Lulu stepped quietly. "Hello," she said in her softest voice. "I was wondering, do you know what a dream feels like?" The calf opened one eye, then the other. He gave a little stretch and blinked at her kindly. "Oh yes," he said, his voice slow and calm. "I once dreamed. I was galloping across the clouds, and every time I jumped, the clouds made music beneath my hooves." Lulu's eyes widened. Cloud music. The calf nodded with a slow smile. like lullabies made of sky, soft and low, like hums you can ride. Lulu stood very still, imagining the sound of clouds playing music just for her. "That sounds so gentle," she whispered. "It was," the calf said, resting his head again. "Maybe you'll hear it too when your first dream comes." Lulu gave a tiny nod. "Thank you," she whispered, and padded on, her hooves brushing softly through the clover. Ahead, the barn doors creaked just a little in the breeze, and the scent of hay and warm straw called her forward. Lulu stepped gently into the barn, where the summer warmth lingered in the wooden beams. The smell of sweet hay, dry straw, and the soft, earthy scent of animals filled the cozy space. Inside, the older sheep were already settling down for the night, curled into quiet piles of wool. Their breathing was slow and steady, like the rhythm of a lullaby. Lulu tiptoed past the buckets and bales until she spotted her auntie, an older ewe with kind eyes and thick, woolly fleece, resting in a corner. "Auntie?" Lulu whispered, pressing her nose to the straw. The ewe lifted her head with a gentle bleat. "Still awake, little one?" "I'm trying to find out what dreams feel like," Lulu said softly. "Have you ever had one?" Her auntie smiled, the corners of her mouth turning up in a sleepy grin. "Many, my dear. Some so quiet I forgot them by morning. Others so sweet I carried them in my heart all day." "What were they like?" Lulu asked. "One time," the ewe said slowly, "I dreamed I was lying in a field of stars. The grass was silver, the sky was close, and I could hear the moon humming, not singing, just humming a soft, happy tune." Lulu lay down beside her for a moment, resting her head near her auntie's warm wool. "That sounds so safe," she murmured. "It was," the ewe whispered, nuzzling Lulu's ear, "like a blanket made of light and quiet." Lulu's eyes grew heavy for a moment, but her curiosity kept her going. She rose gently, kissed her auntie's nose, and walked back out into the golden blue night. Crickets chirped like tiny harps as she continued her search, deeper into the summer stillness. The stars had brightened now, scattering their soft light across the barnyard and hills beyond. Lulu wandered past the fence line and followed a narrow path that curved near the vegetable garden, where the grass grew patchy and the earth smelled warm. There, balanced proudly on her favorite flat rock, stood Greta the goat. Her short horns gleamed in the starlight, and her beard twitched as she looked down at Lulu. Well, well, Greta bleated gently. Out past bedtime, are we? Lulu looked up, eyes shining with wonder. I'm looking for what dreams feel like. I've never had one before. Greta hopped down from her perch with a soft thud and tilted her head. Dreams, I had one just the other week. Lulu's ears perked up. What was it like? Greta's eyes sparkled. In my dream, I was leaping from hilltop to hilltop, higher and higher, until I reached a mountain made of peppermint leaves. Every time I jumped, the wind cheered for me. The wind cheered? Lulu giggled. Oh yes, said Greta, chuckling, like soft claps and whistles. It made me feel proud and light all at once. Lulu smiled wide. That sounds brave. It was. Greta nodded. Dreams can make you feel all sorts of things. Safe, loved, brave, even ticklish. Lulu laughed, her heart warm and light. She thanked Greta and continued on, her little hooves tapping gently over the dry earth. The air was still and sweet, and the stars twinkled like they were listening. Off near the orchard, she heard the creak of an old wooden cart and the slow, thoughtful steps of someone who never hurried. Lulu followed the gentle creaking until she spotted him, Douglas the donkey, gray and shaggy, with sleepy eyes and a sway in his slow steps. He was pulling an empty cart toward the shed, his hooves making soft thuds on the dry earth. The orchard trees rustled quietly around them, their leaves whispering in the breeze. The warm night air smelled of apples and dust. Douglas, Lulu called gently. He stopped and turned, his ears flicking. Well now, he said in his deep, gravelly voice. What's a little lamb doing out so late? I'm trying to find out what dreams feel like, she replied, stepping closer. Douglas blinked slowly, then gave a thoughtful hum. Dreams. I've had plenty, child. They change like the wind, but some stick with you. Lulu sat by the path and looked up at him. There was one dream, he began, where I walked through a meadow, made of dandelions as tall as trees. With every breath, the seeds floated up and painted pictures in the air, stories about all the places I've never been. Like floating pictures, Lulu whispered. Aye, he nodded. Soft and glowing. I didn't have to move fast or far. I just walked, and the pictures came to me. That's the kind of dream I like. That sounds peaceful. It was, Douglas said, stretching his back with a soft sigh. Dreams don't rush. They wait until you're ready to see them. Lulu stood and gave his leg a gentle nuzzle. "Thank you." Douglas smiled with tired eyes. "Sweet dreams, little one." And with that, he turned toward the shed, his cartwheels creaking behind him. Lulu looked up at the glowing moon and kept walking, her hooves padding softly through the orchard grass. Beyond the haystack, something flickered near the fence, a tiny whisker, a flicking tail, and a curious squeak. Lulu tiptoed closer to the haystack, where moonlight slipped through the slats of the fence like silver ribbons. There, beside a pile of scattered seeds, sat a tiny mouse, gray and quick, with whiskers that trembled like blades of grass in the breeze. He was nibbling on a sunflower seed when he spotted Lulu. His eyes sparkled like beads. "Hello," he squeaked. "You're not out looking for crumbs, are you?" Lulu giggled. "No, I'm trying to find out what dreams feel like." The mouse sat up, paws folded neatly, tail curling behind him. "Dreams," he said with a thoughtful squeak. "I collect those too, just like seeds." Lulu tilted her head. "What kind of dreams do you have?" "Oh, little ones," said the mouse, "but wonderful. Last night, I dreamed of a blueberry pie that grew in a flower pot. Every petal was crust, and the filling was warm and sweet. I climbed inside and used a raspberry leaf as a blanket." Lulu's eyes widened with delight. "That sounds so cozy." "It was," the mouse said, sighing dreamily. "The pie hummed lullabies, and the stars winked at me from the windowsill." Lulu laughed, a soft, warm sound. "I hope my first dream is as lovely as that." The mouse picked up a dandelion seed and handed it to her. "Take this, just in case. It might carry your dream to you when you sleep." Lulu cradled the seed gently on her wool. "Thank you. Good night, little lamb," the mouse said, and scurried back into his nest of straw and seed shells. Somewhere nearby, soft purring floated through the air, and she followed it toward the barn's quiet corner. The purring grew louder as Lulu padded across the barnyard toward the old bench beneath the window. There, curled up in a ball of orange and white fluff, lay Maribel the cat. Her tail twitched lazily, and her ears flicked at the sound of Lulu's approach. "Maribel," Lulu whispered. One golden eye opened, then the other. Lulu, darling," she purred. "Out for a midnight stroll?" Lulu nodded. "I'm trying to understand what dreams feel like." I haven't had one yet." Maribel stretched out long and slow, her paws reaching forward like a dancer. "Dreams," she said with a yawn, "are like velvet shadows and warm sunbeams, all wrapped in hush." Lulu blinked. "That sounds fuzzy." "Oh, they are." Maribel smiled. "I once dreamed. I was floating on a cloud made of wool, chasing dancing lights that smelled like lavender. Every time I caught one, it sang my name." "That's beautiful," Lulu whispered. Maribel purred again, softer now. "Dreams are gentle things. They wait for stillness, like a cat waits for the rain to stop." "Do you think I'll have one soon?" Lulu asked. Maribel leaned down and touched her nose to Lulu's. "When your heart is soft and your thoughts are quiet, dreams will find you." Lulu felt warm from her ears to her hooves. "Good night, little lamb," Maribel whispered. "Good night, Maribel," Lulu replied, and turned back toward the pasture, where the fireflies blinked and the crickets played their sleepy songs. Just beyond the barn, nestled in a soft patch of straw beside a well-worn mud puddle, was Percy the piglet. He was snuggled up on his side, little snout twitching as he dreamed, his tiny pink hooves sticking out in different directions. Lulu tiptoed closer, careful not to wake him, but Percy's nose wriggled. "Lulu?" he mumbled sleepily, cracking one eye open. "Hi, Percy," she whispered. "I didn't mean to wake you." He yawned so wide his ears wiggled. "It's okay. I was only half asleep anyway. Did you come to play in the mud?" Lulu giggled. "Not tonight. I'm trying to find out what dreams feel like. Have you ever had one?" Percy rolled over and smiled. "Oh, yes. I dream all the time. Last night, I was in a flying bathtub made of chocolate cake. It zoomed over sunflower fields and rained sprinkles." Lulu's eyes sparkled. "That sounds silly and amazing." "It was," he grinned. "And the best part? The bathtub hummed lullabies. It was warm and cozy, like being wrapped in mashed potatoes." Lulu laughed. "That sounds so Percy." The piglet wriggled in his straw. "Dreams are like naps, with music and pictures. You don't need to know where you're going. You just float." "I hope I float tonight," Lulu said, curling her tail. Percy gave a sleepy oink and tucked his chin into the straw. "You will. Just don't think too hard." "Good night, Percy." "Good night, Lulu," he mumbled. already drifting back to his sweet sprinkle sky. Lulu stepped gently away, the moonlight brushing her wool like a lullaby itself. As Lulu stepped quietly through the tall grass, she saw a soft glow shining through the branches of the old oak tree. There, nestled among the leaves, sat Oscar the owl, his big round eyes glowing softly in the moonlight. Oscar blinked slowly and gave a gentle hoot. "Good evening, little Lulu. Out on your night walk again?" Lulu smiled shyly. "I'm trying to understand dreams. I want to know what they feel like." Oscar's feathers ruffled softly as he settled on a low branch. Dreams are like quiet stories your heart tells you when the world is still. They carry whispers of the day's kindness, hopes wrapped in silence. Lulu's eyes grew wide. "So dreams are peaceful?" Oscar nodded. "Very peaceful, like the gentle hush of the night. When you close your eyes, you sail softly on moonbeams, surrounded by calm." "Do you have dreams, Oscar?" "Many," he said. "I dream of flying through starry skies, meeting wise old friends, and resting beneath the silver light." Lulu smiled. "I hope I have a dream soon." "You will, dear one," Oscar whispered. "Just listen to the quiet, and your dreams will find you." The farm was calm, filled with the soft sounds of night, the rustling leaves, the distant croak of frogs, and the gentle breeze singing through the branches. "Good night, Oscar. Good night, Lulu," he hooted softly, and the stars shimmered gently above as Lulu padded softly back through the quiet farm. The animals had shared such lovely stories of soaring skies, dripping chocolate, and woolen clouds that only dreams could carry. Lulu didn't quite understand it all, but something inside her felt warm and full. Her mother was waiting beneath the oak tree, where their patch of pasture felt extra soft tonight. Lulu nestled into the grass beside her, the crickets humming a lullaby. The world seemed to hush just for her. And as her eyes grew heavy, Lulu thought about all those beautiful dreams her friends had shared. She didn't have to search anymore. She would simply close her eyes and let her very first dream find her. Good night, sweet Lulu. Good night, quiet farm. Good night, sleepy animals. Good night, little dreamer. Sleep well until the morning light.